Social media has helped us with a lot of information during this lockdown. In case you missed, here are 5 top trends news for the week. There is no doubt that Odumeje the Indaboski has been a source of entertainment to Nigeria populace. The controversial Onitsha-based clergyman, whose real name is Chukwuemeka Ohanemere, has been the center of attention on social media in recent times on account of his rather unorthodox and unapologetic approach to his pastoral calling, as well as the shared values of the Christian doctrine in their entirety. Unlike what is seen among many other pastors and religious institutions, Odumeje has earned himself names that have been often accrued to his southern self-venerative speeches during both sermons in social settings that have required his presence, to the amusement of many Nigerians as people stayed under challenge to mimic him.
Everyone can never be preaching love. I'm not a man of preach of love. I'm a war. I'm a fight. I'm an Indaboski. Bowser.
The United States government has said aside from the $311 million Abacha loot returned to the Nigerian government last week, another separate $150 million is still active litigation in the United Kingdom. The $152 million cash, according to the United States Mission in Nigeria, is distinct and separate from an additional $167 million in stolen assets also forfeited in the United Kingdom and France. Speaking on the transfer of the funds back to the country, the U.S. Mission on its verified Twitter handle, U.S. Embassy Abuja, explained that the transfer of funds is an important first step in the disciplined implementation of the agreement between both countries. The U.S. government in the statement said on May 1, the transfer of $311,707,876 from the United States government to the Federal Republic of Nigeria was completed in accordance with the February 3, 2020 trilateral agreement among the governments of the United States, Nigeria, and the bailiwick of Jersey to repatriate assets the United States forfeited that were traceable to the former Nigerian dictator Sani Abacha. Clarence Shortit has finally narrated this side of the event of Wednesday, April 29, that led to the death of video vixen Love Divine, also known as Kodak. She was reportedly electrocuted in Clarence Peters' studio while charging her phone. According to the experienced music director, producer, and the cinematographer, after picture, Kodak collapsed. She was rushed to an hospital but was rejected twice. It is at the third hospital she was pronounced in an Instagram post. On Monday, using his verified account, Clarence Peters narrated the event of April 29. On the 29th of April 2020, Love Divine EK Picture Kodak was at a dance studio on the premises of Capital Dreams Pictures with 5 other team members and myself, 7 people in total. At about 7:30 p.m. on the same day, while in another office, a building beside the dance studio on the same premises, some people were said to be with Love Divine at the time, rushed in and called my attention to the fact that Love Divine had collapsed.
My dad believed in you. I'm not gonna make the same mistake. You know what happens to you if you go through with this.
Tom Cruise will film his next Hollywood blockbuster on location, 250 miles up in the air and orbiting the Earth. The Top Gun star will fly through the stratosphere to shoot an as yet unknown film aboard the International Space Station ISS. NASA said on Tuesday the American Space Agency's director Jim Bridenstine confirmed the news on Twitter, saying he was excited that the move the movie will inspire a new generation of engineers and scientists to work on space travel. He gained his commercial piloting license after his role in Top Gun as paid. Maverick Mitchell, a hotshot US Navy pilot who has a dangerous and reckless flying style and reportedly flew some aircraft in the long-awaited sequel to the 1986 classic due later this year. But if his latest daring project goes ahead, Cruise will be the first Hollywood A-lister to appear on screen from outside the planet's atmosphere. SpaceX is slated to launch astronauts to space from US soil for the first time in nearly a decade later this month, aboard the Crew Dragon, which will dock with the ISS. Musk and SpaceX have yet to confirm their involvement in the film venture, but Musk responded a Britain tweet to say the project should be a lot of fun. His firm has established itself as a leader in the private space sector, with billions of dollars in funding from NASA since the late 2000s, and its rockets have been supplying cargo to the ISS since 2012. Deadline Hollywood said there were few other details known about Cruise's movie project, but reported it was not part of his box office hit franchise, Mission Impossible. The seventh film in that series is set to hit screens next year after production was delayed by the coronavirus pandemic.